You are now listening to the Highly Evolved Podcast. You can find this channel on Twitter, Gab.ai, BitChute, and Minds.com. This is a Real American Patriot channel for Real American Patriots. If you're not a Real American Patriot, please exit the channel. Furthermore, we are not sponsored by any outside interference. That means we're unscripted, unrehearsed, and unedited. With that being said, transmission will commence momentarily.
How you guys doing? Welcome to the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. I'm your host, Safan. You can find me on Minds.com, BitChute, Twitter, Gab.com. Most importantly, like, share, subscribe on YouTube because we're writing this until the wheel fall off. If you're aware, YouTube is shadow banning my channel, so it's harder for me to reach to a lot of people. So it helps a lot if you guys like, share, subscribe. On that note, guys, let's talk about what's today. Today, it's the 4th of July. Today, July 4th. And in this article, I want to share with you guys that even though it's July 4th, a lot of people still holding resentment of the United States. All right, they say the United States is not great, and they have this disparaging comments about the United States. And me talking to myself, like, if you think the United States isn't great, why don't you just move? I don't understand these people. They hate the United States. But yet again, they're not willing to move out the United States, all right? In this article, it reflects about what I'm talking about. It's from Breitbart. I'll leave a link in the description, as always, all right? Let me pull this up for you guys, all right? Pull this up for you guys. Let me read this. See how dumb people can be, unpatriotic people, all right? Roundup, Democrat reveal they dislike celebrating America after all, right? These Democrats, they're socialists. Basically, they want to turn America into the Soviet Union. That's their main goal, all right? The Democratic Party has been moving noticeably further to the left, and the President Trump pro-American policy, Salute to America, celebrating, have driven many over the edge. There are countless examples of Hollywood figures, right? Most of these Hollywood figures, they're not even American. They come from different countries and plant themselves into Hollywood, right? And push their propaganda. Most of these people are overseas from Europe or whatever other country like Canada, right? All right, and pushing the propaganda, and then they're not even real Americans, all right? Like Jim Carrey, he's not American, he's a Canadian. I'm not talking so much about Canadians, right? I'm talking about some of these people. They're not Americans. This isn't great. And why are you even here? All right, let's continue. 2020 Democrats, media outlet, and businesses reveal their true colors. Here is a handy list of notable entities and figures that are effectively turned on celebrating America. Nike. Just days before Independence Day, just a few days ago, right? Nike decided to put American-themed sneakers featuring Betsy Ross flags. Detailed on the decision were scarce, but it was later discovered Nike was responsible for the concern over symbolism of the entire flag, right? According to the Wall Street Journal, Colin Kaepernick reached out to Nike following the decision, said that as well as others view as an offensive symbol, citing the broad era of the slavery. You know why they're so sensitive? Because what makes up the majority of Nike's income? I mean, profit, right? Who are their bases? I don't say African's not race. Black youth. Right, blacks are the main consumer of Nike products. All right, how would it look when they project themselves with this flag? They don't want to offend their base for Nike. Blacks are the most widely consumer of Nike products, and I find that kind of sad. Why are you putting material possession up in this kind of pedestal? All right, this is why, because they don't want to offend their base. Nike know that the main people who buy their item are black Americans. Let's say it is. I'm being frank. I'm being blunt with you guys. All right. As many pointed out on Twitter, and the conservative flag served as a potential backdrop during the President Barack Obama's second inauguration. Exactly. When Obama was inaugurated a second time, he had that flag. How is it back then is not offensive, and right now it's offensive? Why are they nitpicking? It don't make any sense. Charlottesville, Virginia. The city of Charlottesville decided they would no longer recognize the birth date of a founding father, author of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson. Instead, the city council voted to replace the 13th April celebration with Liberation of Freedom Day, which recognized the emancipation black slave. George Washington High School. Okay, that's fine. Okay, back to the Charlottesville, right? Thomas Jefferson did a lot for Charlottesville, right? He founded a college for them. He did all this stuff, and this is how they recognize him. And people who initiate all these kind of stuff is mainly liberals. Right? How come all of a sudden it was is offensive now? Back then it wasn't offensive. Why is it 2019? Why? Let's continue. George Washington High School. Last month, George Washington High School announced a plan that remove offensive murals of national first presidents and speaker calling this visual offensive. What the heck? Then if that's the case, then why even spend money? Because he's plastered over currency. Many cited the more murals have condemned the depiction of slave and Native American. Now the school is on the verge of removing murals altogether. Bright News reported, right? All right, if that's the case, stop spending money. All right. The New York Times opinion tweeted controversial video 2 days before Independence Day, which make argument against American greatness and status as a shining city on the hill. It's called U.S. Greatness Myth and hit the numbers of common left wings talking points, dropping sarcastic line like, bet we have freedom in America and everyone is jealous or something. And the truth is how great America really depends on how rich you are. It's ridiculous. You don't have to be rich to say this country is great. You have to be rich to say you're proud of being American. It's ridiculous. This talking points. And Beto O'Rourke, the presidential candidate, weighed in on Nike controversy, noted that support of the company decision, interesting thought, is the way O'Rourke phrasing the controversy, emphasizing, added, I think really important to take into account the impression of kind of symbolism would have many of our fellow Americans respect and decision Nike made are grateful for the conversation, O'Rourke told reporters. It remains unclear why O'Rourke referred to the early American flags as a kind of symbols. All right, O'Rourke is meaningless. He's irrelevant right now. Harvard University professor Lawrence Tribe. Harvard University professor remarked on 2 tanks of the mall. Their perpetration ahead of the Salute to America celebration, observing what is considered a reminiscence the days before Tiananmen Square. All right, this guy. You can read his tweet. I don't want to read it. Have we not only one eater? Half was not the only one eater. He was not the only one eater. Therefore, were many tank-inspired blue clerk mark freakout. Bill Maher. This guy's a joke. Thanks to the street now, shall we review the dictator clerk? These people talking about is the parade is on top of dictatorship. Wow. While they're supporting socialism. Who's in charge of socialism? A dictator, right? They're talking about the parade is a form of dictatorship. While their ideology and philosophy is based on a dictatorship. All right? Kim Jong-il, socialism, Marxism, communism, USSR, Stalin, Joseph Stalin, Vladimir Lenin, all right? Venezuelan, that's a dictatorship. Their whole philosophy is based on dictatorship, and they're offended on the parade and say it's a dictatorship. It's ridiculous. All right? It's so stupid. These people. Let it sink in. These are the tank of a nation's capital on crap of our borders and drifting towards unimaginable, unmistakable. You know who's put people in the concentration camp? FDR. And he have a tank rolling in his inauguration too as well. All right, let me remind you that a Democrat did that as well. So all of a sudden, it's offensive. These people are nitpicking. Many college professors, in addition to Lawrence Tribe, have taken social media to expression outrage in the Salute of America celebration. Here are the samples. You guys can read that. This guy's Robert Reich. This guy, he was embedded with the Clinton administration. All right. Oh my God! All these people, all these nutcases. They try to say the parade is a form of dictatorship, while they're the party of advocating dictatorship. Socialism, Marxism, communism, all right, is a form of dictatorship. Who rule in the socialist communist regime? A dictator. All right, these people are retarded, and that's insulting people with mental disorder. I mean, Miriam Williamson, this woman is a hippie. All right, at least known Democrat potential contender called American event celebration greatness of military. Heartbreaking, all right, is these military that allowed you to say what you want to say. These military allowed you to have your First Amendment, you idiot. What's wrong showing the troop support? This is a form of showing troop support. All right, it's showing a way that we support our troops. Why they say it's a dictator regime? These people are brainwashing people, are spreading the wrong message. These Democrats. Watching Army tanks holding D.C. Why wasn't this an issue before? Other president administration have this kind of thing too. All right? Don't make no sense. So what you doing? So what you do about the military? Huh? If you think it's a type of dictatorship, should we abolish the military? Should we abolish the Secretary of Defense? Should we not fund all these military industrial complex? I know the military industrial complex have all these bad intentions, all this bad history, but yet again, it's a necessity evil. Without them, we won't be protected. I know I have an opinion about the military industrial complex too. I don't like war. I don't like the military industrial complex. But yet again, we need it to protect ourselves as well. Let's be rational here, right? Without them, we won't be protected. All right. South Bend mayor appeared on CNN late Wednesday, asserting this big 4th of July celebration in national capital is making America look small. This guy's a minute beta male. All right. Accused Trump of using the military as his problem. What the heck are you talking about? You're the one who stick things up your behind, man. This guy is talking a lot of nonsense. This Alfred E. Newman Joker. I could go on and on. Look at all these people. All these celebrities talking head. Flag burners. They're burning a flag in front of the White House right now. And they're fighting each other. Not hilarity. Anarchy is ensuing in front of the White House. People find it offensive for burning the flag, and people are burning the flag. Oh my God. George Lee Johnson, who was USA Today, pointed out a man in the center of 1984 Supreme Court protecting burned U.S. flag as a constitutional protection of free speech, planning the burn of American flag on a D.C. Independence Day as a form of protest, right? Now, I could put my 2 cents to this. What I think about this is we burn the flag. Freedom of expression is not covered in the Constitution, all right? Only freedom of speech. It's not. When you express something, it's not covered in the Constitution. So this is more of an expression instead of a vocal thing. You don't speak when you burn a flag. You're doing the action. And people could get prosecuted for their actions. All right? People don't notice that burning a flag should not be covered under the First Amendment. Because it's action. It's not speaking. It's not vocal. All right? I'm going to D.C. in the 4th of July and going to a flag burning protest. Whole fascism agenda, Johnson reported, USA Today. Exactly. That's what I think about flag burning. Some people who say that flag burning is a form of free speech. All right? If you burn a flag, how are you speaking? Speaking, use your mouth. If not, unless you could burn a flag by using fire out of your breath, then that should be covered under free speech. But you have to use your hand to use a lighter or a match to burn a flag. That's an action, and people could you could get prosecuted for your action. All right, your action does not encompass free speech. All right, people don't understand. People need to read their Constitution. This is why there's a big dispute over the Constitution and flag burning. All right, I think this whole verdict of the Supreme Court is how I'm gonna say this. It's a wrong decision by the Supreme Court. It's one of the wrong decisions by the Supreme Court because to burn a flag is not encompass free speech at all because you're not speaking with your actions. All right, speaking considered as vocal communications. All right, but when you actually physically doing the act of burning the flag, people could get prosecuted. That's like stabbing a knife into somebody. All right, that's action. People could get prosecuted, and people don't understand this. All right, some conservatives don't understand this too. Some moderates don't understand this. All right, they think that because we try to prevent them from burning the flag, it should cover them under free speech. But this we could go a whole new debate. I digress in this, but in my opinion, I think burning the flag should not be encompassed in freedom free speech because it's an action and it's not vocal. All right, boycott Trump July 4th. The hashtag trending Wednesday, but they appear to be about more than just presidential himself. Left-wing social media user seemingly use a hashtag to list their range of grievances against the United States. There is nothing celebrated this country where the one minority privileged classes enslaved or terrorized the masses. One user lamented nothing to celebrate about extreme lack of class mobility, opportunity for basic freedom in our country. These people are so brainwashed. These liberals. The 4th of July But I'm not very proud of American today. Well, I have to been since elected. Actually, see these people since they don't get the way they want. These people are spoiled. They don't know how to move on. These people are so spoiled. All right, from 8 years of Obama. All right, they're so spoiled just because they don't get what they want. This is our generation of spoon-fed, spoiled kids. Just because they don't get what they want, they whine, moan, protest. Because they don't get what they want. That's what they're a bunch of babies. And they're talking about Trump as a baby while trying to fly his balloon in front of the White House. It's ridiculous. You can see their ludicrousy. And that's the end of the article. All right. Trump replied back a few tweets. People are coming to the far wide, joining today and tonight, and it's turning to one of the biggest celebrations in the history of our country. Salute to America, an all-day event in Lincoln Memorial, culminating a large-scale flyover, the most modern. All right. I could read this, but that's the end of the article. All right. People are crazy right now. All right. Especially these Democrats. They don't understand that if you don't like this country, you could always get out. You're an American citizen. You're the most free people ever there. You're the most free demographic out there. All right. You could go to any country without getting harassed. All right. You can freely to go anywhere. Just have your passport. You can live anywhere you want. All right? If you don't like this country, get out. You could be an expat in other countries. Go to Japan, go to China, or whatnot. Go to Venezuela. You're free to do that because you are American. And you're telling me that this is not a free country? This is one of the best countries out there that allows you to do all this stuff. Some countries won't even let you leave. All right? Some countries won't even let you leave the country. And America are willing to let you do that. And you still say this isn't a great country? This country is not a dictatorship. It's not a communist. Communist is a free market capitalist, right? Which means you can go anywhere you want. And you still say this isn't free? These people are spoiled. Millennials are the biggest. They're equally as worse as boomers as well. All right? They're nowhere near the greatest generation. The people fought in World War I and World War II. All right? These millennials are ridiculous. All right? They're trying to argue a lost cause. This is not a free country. This is the only country that allowed you to say that without persecuting you. How is it not free? This country allowed you to say that stuff without being jailed. How are you not free? Now, there's a difference between action and saying thing, right? Saying is one thing. Doing is another thing. That's why I'm saying your action is not covered in the Constitution. Your speech is, but your action isn't. All right? But I digress. Let me know what you think. You think people are losing their marbles? They're losing their minds, especially these liberals, these un-American liberals. All right? They might be born here, but their ideology are not American. All right? People might say, how are they not American? How are they not American? They're born here. Yes, on a technicality, they are Americans, but their philosophy and the way they're thinking are not. It's more communistic, socialistic. Those ideas are not American. All right? But I digress. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. This is the Highly Evolved Podcast. YouTube don't want to sponsor my channel because of what I'm saying, because I'm unscripted, unedited, uncensored. All right, because of that, YouTube don't want to monetize my channel. All right, because of that, I'm not taking any donations. All right, the idea to this channel is to get people to think for themselves. They don't have to agree with me, but think for themselves. If you like what I'm doing, please like, share, subscribe. All right, because when you like, share, subscribe, it encourages me to make more videos. When I make more videos, I saturate YouTube algorithm. When I saturate YouTube algorithm, all right, it make my video more available to the masses. Within those masses, I might get them to think for themselves, not be group thinkers like these liberals, right? Because group thinking will lead you off the cliff. You will die like the socialism that killed 90 million within the century. All right, that's what group thinking gets you. It'll get you to death. One way ticket to death. That's what group thinking is. And that's the point of this channel: get people to think for themselves, not to think the way I do. They don't have to agree with me, but just think for yourself. If I'm able to do that, I accomplish my mission. But let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. I know your time is very precious. I try not to waste your time. This is the Highly Evolved Podcast. My name is Vaughn. And you guys have a good day. Happy 4th of July. Peace.